Hey YouTube, it's day 10 of VEDA. Can you believe we're a third of the way through the month of April? So in my video 2 days ago on being a vegetarian, I mentioned the idea of the preferential option for the poor, which is part of Catholic social teaching, also known as Catholic social thought. And so I decided I would do a video about Catholic social thought today. And just to give you a little background on myself, I consider myself Catholic. I have considered myself Catholic throughout my entire life. I went to public school until college, and now I am in a private Catholic college. And last semester I got the opportunity to take a class about Catholic social thought, which I really enjoyed because even though I've been a Catholic my whole life, I don't necessarily know a lot about being a Catholic. And so today I just like to go over a couple of the major ideas of Catholic social thought. And the overarching idea is that life is sacred and life is social. The idea of life is sacred is that people have human dignity and they deserve to be treated with a certain amount of respect, and there are certain things that everyone should have in life. I'll go more into that in a minute. The second part about life being social is that all humans are sort of like in this together. And our life isn't just our own individual path. Even our religious life isn't our own individual path. Like who we are comes from how we interact with other people. And before I go any further, I like to say that I got some of these statistics from a website. I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo. And I am not speaking for all Catholics. This is just my own take on it based on my 2 minutes of research and the class I took last semester. And so the idea of human dignity, going back to that, is that people have rights to certain things. This includes food, water, shelter, employment, clothing, healthcare, education, all those things. And I think that's important that people have the right to them. And it's not just like, oh, lucky you, you get an education. I feel like everyone deserves an education. They have a right to an education, and it's our job as Catholic, not our job. I guess it's my job as a Catholic to ensure that people have all these things. And going off of that, there is the preferential option for the poor, which I mentioned in my other video. And this says that we have an obligation to help those people who are in need. And one of my favorite quotes is by John Paul II, and it says, "The needs of the poor must take priority over the desires of the rich." And that really got to me because I always viewed my giving to charity as sort of like, oh, good for me, I'm helping other people. But it's not just a good thing, it's something you have to do. Like, we're called to help other people. And I don't think a lot of people feel that way. And that makes me sad. Now, a lot of people have some small problems with the preferential option for the poor, because they say, like, obviously I can't give all of my money to the poor because I need to support my family or someone else. And the way it was explained to me with a preferential option for the poor, like why the poor should be given extra attention, is not because like they are better than us because they're poor, but just because they're in more need of assistance because of their lack of wealth. And so the analogy that was used is that if you have like 2 children and one of them is sick, obviously you're going to pay more attention to the child that is sick than the one that's healthy. But that doesn't mean you don't care about the one that's healthy. It's just the sick child needs more of your attention. And Catholic social thought also takes into consideration the fact that we do have special obligations to our family, and that our family is dependent on us for certain things. And so in some cases we have to prioritize and give more to our family than we can poor people, because the world is not a perfect place. Okay, so there are a lot more things I want to get into, but I realize this video is getting kind of long, so I'm gonna stop here for today. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and film the rest of what I have to say and just post it in the coming days. So I hope you found this intro interesting, and I think we'll get into more difficult and controversial topics tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!